1. So I work at a Brazilian steakhouse, part of a chain. This past Christmas was our first holiday season we were open, and it was successful. I'm a bartender, and on top of serving guests on the wood and making drinks, takeout and gift card sales, should be a hostess or manager, are my responsibility. Around Christmas, we were insane busy, and everyone wanted a gift card, and that's great. On top of that, the company was offering an online exclusive deal. If you purchase an online gift card, for every $100 you purchased, you were given an additional $25. Good deal. I'll be honest, when I have guests and servers waiting on drinks, and they're tipping me and tipping me out, selling gift cards that I make $0 off of is low on the list of priority, like slightly below serving staff members on their break low. Sure, you stand there and ask to purchase a gift card, no problem, but the process of selling a gift card was a pain in the ass and time-consuming. I think because the system was new and it was the slowest point-of-sale system, genuine POS, I ever used. Between swipe this, print that, wait for this, then match the number with the debit slip, it was not set up well. Sometimes I would have a lineup of people waiting to get gift cards, and when I wasn't serving people spending money right now, tipping me right then, they were served. But it was still spilling into my real guest time. How could I avoid the time-sucking gift card buyers? Well, I couldn't, but then it hit me. The online deal. There was a buy your holiday gift cards here promo sign at the front that did have, in smaller font, advertising the online-only promo. Bingo! So not too long after my plan, I get a gift card customer. I will note, being a steakhouse, most gift cards purchased were over $100 and rarely paid with cash. He wants over $100. Yeah, no problem. Let me get the branded envelope and card. Just to let you know, there is a great online exclusive deal. You get $25 back for every $100 you buy. And success! The website is restaurantsname.com and win-win. Guest gets extra money and I get my, and thus the guest's time back. But of course it wasn't all smooth. Sure, a few people went, "Great, that's what I'll do." Some people preferred the physical gift card and didn't mind not getting the $25 promotion. But here's where things get complicated. Get a guy. Wants a gift card. No prob. Tell him about the online exclusive deal. Tell him he can get the physical card here or do the $125 deal online. Well, guess what? He wants the combo deal that doesn't exist. So if I buy the card here, I don't get the $25? It's an online exclusive promotion, so you would have to purchase the gift card online to receive the online exclusive promotion. He gets kinda pissy. I can tell this is gonna be unnecessarily confusing. I tell him the website can be accessed on mobile, tab, or desktop. He decides to buy the online promo right there, but asks annoyed, "So you guys aren't honoring the deal? You can't give me the extra $25 right here?" It's an online-only exclusive offer. It's actually right on the board up front, and if you're on the site, it'll explain all the details about the promotion. So he's pissy. I can tell by his body language he's not happy, making a big show of typing on his smartphone, looking at his credit card like it's Chinese algebra. "It doesn't say anything about the extra $25. You guys can't just give me the extra $25 here." Dumbass asks. It's an online-only exclusive promotion, and I have no authorization to give out any promotion or offer above what's advertised. I can get a manager, but they've already been clear with the staff that we can, in no way, shape, or form, give the online-only exclusive promo in-house. I explain while moving around and serving guests and making drinks. The promotional $25 gift card was added to your online cart as you were paying. Literally as you check out, it turns a purchase of $100 for $100 to $125 for $100. Then the option to print and save for both. Nothing too crazy there for anyone who had bought anything online ever. Well, apparently this guy and a bunch of guests have never bought anything online ever, and don't know how to print things because this soon became my problem. Dumbass keeps working away on his Rubik's Cube of a transaction. He seemed to have this perception that if he kept asking and stomped around, and acted annoyed and frustrated at not being able to decipher the checkout page of the website, I could magically give him the extra $25. I kept tending bar and offered to get him a manager, but he wasn't interested. Well, Merry Christmas! I figured that would be the most difficult of these transactions. It was still less time-consuming than a physical gift card transaction, though barely. I was going to have to find a way to preemptively explain all this in a friendly yet helpful, quick, and succinct manner. So, more gift card purchases. I turned my pitch into a quick summary to try and get it all out. There is an online exclusive gift card deal. If you buy $100 through our website, you get an extra $25 sent back to you through email that you can then print or keep on your phone or give to your loved one as a gift through email. This offer is online only, that is only offered through our website, is added to the cart right before checkout on the exclusive online only deal page. So I can sell you the physical card here, or you can go ahead and get the deal. Let me know. Smile and back to bartending. I would rhyme this off as I made drinks, bussed and cleaned and served. And most people were happy, even thanked me for pointing it out. They appreciate it. And guess what? The very nice people who literally understood my riddle and genuinely thanked me might have been handed a free appetizer card or two from me to add to their holiday season. Merry Christmas. And a few went with physical gift cards. No problem, smile, print, click, here you go. Merry Christmas. But I still got a few people who just couldn't understand. Seemingly intelligent people who drove here, who were fiddling on their phones and speaking what seemed to be English. What do you mean, exclusive online promotion only that is only offered through your website? Another dumbass. Try answering that one without being sarcastic. It was hard. I don't know how to do this online thing. They go to hand me their phone like it's a time bomb on its last second. I'm backing away. Oh geez, I've never actually been on the website. I'm actually pretty technologically dense. I still have a BlackBerry. True. I'd hate to be responsible for messing up or dropping your smartphone. I can get a manager to help you out if you want. I want to get this for my aunt, cousin, sister, and they don't have a cell phone. Yeah, sure. Ah, no cell phone. I really respect and admire that. No distractions. Being unreachable when you want to be. That's cool, sure. Don't hear about that very much anymore. Well, how do I get it to my aunt? As if I care. Oh, just print it off. I'm 99% sure you can print documents from a smartphone. I'm pretty technologically behind, but if you need a hand, I can get a manager, or maybe there's a helpline on the website you're on right now. Me explaining that printing something off of a phone or desktop is actually possible, who knew? What if I don't have a printer? I don't know, maybe try Staples or Kinko's, Walmart, or even the hotel that we're attached to. It has a business hall. Staples, how much does that cost? I'm not actually sure of the prices for printing paper at Staples. Or anywhere else, really. I guess when I'm on my break, I can go to my locker and get my phone, fire up old Google, and check online prices. I won't be on any kind of break for another hour or so until the next bartender is on, I'm afraid. But I'll grab my phone and check that info when I can. Actually, it looks similar to the phone you're holding right now. So, more mixed guests during those holiday gift card days. I just don't understand people who seem independent, who are adults and seem to have common sense, who just totally lose the ability to think for themselves when a little bit of work or effort is required on their front. People who get pissed or give attitude to people who simply cannot do what you want, be it unavailable, not allowed, or simply not offered, can go straight to hell. Sure, you never know if you don't ask. Asking once, oh, I can't get the exclusive deal here in the restaurant. Sure, I appreciate you trying, but it's a hard no. And people who look at the positives, who realize that I just got you, or your gift card recipient, an extra $25 you didn't know about and thank me. Well, guess what? You're probably getting some free appetizers. I'd usually give you one for the gift buyer and one for the gift recipient if they were present and let me go on bartending. And I even got a $10 and a handshake from one guy. Guess which guests I went out of my way to say hi to in the new year when I saw them return. Which guests would get a little more wine, faster service, and sincere joy at us seeing their arrival. Anyways, people are dumb. That's it. 2. So this was last New Year's Eve, and my restaurant takes reservations. We seat them first, and we always make sure to try and accommodate walk-ins. I was a seater that night, and a double that day. As soon as 3:30 hit, we were already going on a 30-minute wait, and once it was 6 p.m. we were slammed. We always tell our guests we will call out their name. We use first and last, and never use pagers. Guests would drop them in the fountain. So, on this beautiful night, I'm running around seating guests and helping clean tables. Our bar seats are all first come, first served. Our waiting area out front is packed. I get handed my next card name to walk. It's just a piece of folded paper with the name and party number. We set it on the table so servers know who is new and who hasn't been greeted yet. So I go and start checking outside. Then I go to our very crowded, very loud bar. It's around 8 now, and shit is crazy. I'm screaming out the name, and to be honest, I don't even remember what it was at this point. Then this guy at the bar turns around one way and said, "Oh, party for blah blah blah." I said, "Yes, your table is ready." He's like, "Oh, we will pay out." Then the woman next to him turns around the opposite way, so their backs are to each other. They're next to each other too. She's like, "Oh, amazing, we will pay out right now." So I'm like, okay, bet that was easy. I go back to the front desk, and the guy comes to me and says his friends are cashing up the bill and he would like to be sat. No biggie. I double verify the name there and walk him to be sat. And it's a large party booth for 5 to 6 people. I get my name card, and then the woman comes up to me, and she said I called the name. I smiled and said, "Your other party member just sat down. Just walk straight at the very back, it's a large party booth." And I continue to walk my current party guests. Well, they're not the same party. So the lady comes up to me and says someone is in their booth. I quickly responded with the name of the guy's party, and she said, "No, you call that Jill." I only remember her name at this point in my life, so I'm standing there, and I know sure as all get out I never said that name. I look at her, and I repeat the name of the guy's party, and I said, "I'm sorry, ma'am. I called out for the party of Joan. Let's call it." When I say this woman went apeshit on me, she went nuts. She immediately goes, "Why are you arguing with me?" I'm sorry, I'm not arguing. She puts her hand in my effing face and said, "Well then seat us now." I grab our system and ask for her name, which I found out is Jill at that point. Her name is still on the wait list. I even checked when she came in. She was waiting 20 minutes. She had 1 hour and 25 minutes left. I looked at her and straight up said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry for any confusion, but there is no possible way I could even have said your name. You were only just put down on the list." Her husband and her immediately rail in on me. "Well, we just gave up our bar seats, so you have to get them back for us." Me and my head hostess, she's hearing everything, and she deals with incoming guests, joins in the convo and says, "We're sorry for the confusion, but that is first come, first served. We have no authority when it comes to the bar. We thank you for your patience." I think, okay, that's good. Nope. She continues to scream and cuss about wanting a seat. They walk off in the lobby, and I get the next card name. When I start to walk them, who goes and seats themselves? My managers were told what was going on, and we radio over headsets what happened. And I was told to get them up. I go over, and before I even talk, her husband puts his hand in my face as well, and my managers are seeing everything at this point. He immediately starts cursing me off, telling me they're not moving. He knows our general manager, and they can sit if they want. I lean down and tell them they need to get up. They have waited only 25 minutes while I have had guests wait 2 hours, and they were sure as hell not more important than my guests currently waiting on their rightful booth. That no, I would not get them our GM because he wasn't there, and if he cusses in my face one more time, I'll make sure they don't eat there tonight. I'm good friends with the assistant manager. She comes over with menus, and when I say I slammed them down, I mean the booths all near us got very quiet. She tells them, "Here are your menus, since you feel so much more important than my other guests. The server will be with you later, as we are very busy. and if you ever cuss at my hostess again, I will make sure you can never come back and eat in here again. And you can make damn sure Jacob will hear how you cussed her out for no reason." We walked away at that point. I have to say her response made me so happy, and because of their BS, I got to leave even earlier that night with a free meal. I wish they could have been kicked out, but they were friends of our GM's. The next time I saw him, he apologized to me for their behavior, and said they won't be coming in again anytime soon. This will always be my favorite hostess story I have. So far, no one's beaten it just yet, but some have gotten close. 3. At a store this past Sunday with a friend of mine. We are both waiting in line to buy stuff, and our register was pretty close to the customer service desk. My friend is staring at the customer service desk and then nudges me to look. A woman is at the customer service desk complaining. She is going on and on about not being able to return 2 packages of toilet paper she had bought 2 months ago. The store policy was that they were not accepting returns for that item, along with disinfecting wipes, rubbing alcohol, and other cleaning products. So this woman looks like a classic Karen in every single way, right down to the frosted bobbed hair. It truly was the perfect Karen cut, also in yoga pants. So yeah, on point. This discussion between the hapless store employee and Karen is getting ugly. Store employee is no match for Karen, who is well versed in Karen language and using the terms to get her way, i.e.,
"Why is the store policy only applicable to those items?" and "I buy stuff here all the time and have never seen that sign," and "I have a store credit card here and have for 10 years. I give you so much business, and I'm going to cancel my card if you don't allow me to return these items."
Then Karen, being Karen, goes right for the jugular.
"I need to speak to your manager right now."
My friend who is with me is a server at a pretty popular restaurant in the same city. I am a bartender, but not at the same restaurant. She knows the woman complaining. My friend starts telling me that the woman complaining is her worst nightmare. She would always come into the restaurant with her 2 kids and demand all sorts of special stuff for free, then complain about not taking some type of coupon or membership discount card. And the best part, this woman's name really is Karen. So my friend yells over to her, "Hey Karen, how are you?" To which the woman explodes,
"How do you know my name is Karen? Who the hell are you? Just mind your own damn business and stop acting like you know me. Don't call me by my name like you know me. Ah!"
So a few other employees are now snickering to themselves, including the cashier, that is our cashier for our line, who says, "Seriously, is her name really Karen?" To which my friend tells her, yes, absolutely, and she is a total 100% Karen. My friend then tells the cashier that this woman comes into her restaurant and pulls the same shit all the time, and at least now, she knows that it isn't just her that is the target of her missives. We stick around to see if Karen gets her way because, well, I insisted on seeing the outcome because I wanted Karma to kick Karen's ass. Yep, Karma kicked Karen's ass in this case, as the store refuses to return toilet paper and recommended she donate it to charity or a shelter or community group that provides necessities for those in need. The manager even told Karen that if she wanted to leave it at the store, he would make sure it got to a group that needed it more than she did. Karen's head exploded at that point as she dragged the toilet paper back to her car. Total Karma payback. Worth the wait to see. My friend can't wait to see Karen back after the restaurant reopens, as she's planning on bringing a roll of toilet paper to the table along with the menu for Karen, as a fun new promotion for the restaurant reopening. 4. After 12 years of working in restaurants, in chains, up to fine dining James Beard type spots, I have zero faith that the restaurant industry can handle any sort of responsible reopening measures. Some individual restaurants I've worked at, or whose owners I know, I trust to act to keep their staff and guests safe. But the chain restaurants that make up the majority of restaurant employers, and the already shadily run spots that exist in every city, the idea of them implementing measures to keep their staff safe is a joke to me. We are talking about an industry that is rife with labor abuses and wage theft, that routinely forces staff to work regardless of their health. one that can struggle to operate under current health and safety guidelines, one where staff is often expected to bend over backwards to each and every inane request, want, or complaint the overly entitled guest can come up with. That's not an industry that's going to willingly cap the number of guests, allow their staff to take extra time to ensure heightened sanitation and hygiene, promote staff taking off if ill, or any number of things that should be occurring once we begin relaxing restrictions on businesses. No, this is an industry that I expect to let that extra party in because the manager doesn't want Karen, who sees that purposefully kept open to maintain proper distancing table and demands she be sat now. This is an industry that's not going to stand up for the server who gets a complaint because they handed down plates because proper service would require them getting right up next to the guest. This is the industry where that line cook can't call out with what hopefully is just a cold without getting shit from the boss. I'm glad I'm out of the industry, and I'm sorry for all the thankless extra work you'll all be having to do, probably earlier than you should be doing it, for somehow still ungrateful guests. And to anyone going out to eat in those early stages, take a second and realize it's not going to be like it was, not at first. You will wait longer to get sat. You will wait longer for your food. Your server won't be checking on your table every 2 bites. Things had to change to even allow you the option of eating in that restaurant. Just calm down and say thank you. 5. I worked at an old little 24-hour greasy spoon diner, where it's just you and the cook for 8 hours. No busser, no other servers, no manager, just you. And it was always busy. It has checkerboard floors and cool decor, so very popular with hipsters, super LGBT friendly, and very Instagrammable, chill place. But it's in a questionable area near a hospital, so we get a lot of homeless people with mental issues, as well as nurses and cops and travelers staying next door at the motel. Weird things happen on a regular basis. People come in to do mini photo shoots often, and it's not a big deal if we aren't busy. Just order something and don't get in my way, and I don't care what you do. I get a call that someone wants to come in to take a few pictures during my shift. Sure, whatever. They ended up bringing full-on professional lighting and cameras, and a crew of like 20 people, followed by a giant professional rack of costumes. They were setting up their own bright-ass lights, running around behind the bar, taking up the entire place, sitting on tables. One girl had her bare ass with fishnets and booty shorts sitting on the counter where people eat. At first, I'm just in shock, but quickly got very annoyed and kept asking them if they were done yet. After 2 hours, I'm fed up, but luckily a little old lady, a regular, came in and was not amused. At this point, they have brought in a full case of hair and makeup and are doing this chick's makeup and hair on the bar top. Before I could say anything, the old lady tells them to move into our back room because this is a health hazard. I tell them yes, we have a back room, and as I said before, they need to move into it because we are about to get busy. They say no, they like the aesthetic of the main dining room. Long story short, they get into a verbal catfight with this little old lady, and I tell them to go into the back room or leave now. One girl screams,
"There are more important things to fucking complain about in this world, lady."
And the lady screams back,
"Oh, shut up and get over yourself. You're wearing a tutu and you look ridiculous."
I told them they are still welcome to use our back room, but they scowled at me, packed up and stormed out, with said girl still wearing a tutu. I'm glad I waited for their entitled asses to get yelled at by a little old lady because it was 100% more satisfying than doing it myself. My manager said I should have kicked them out way sooner, but I regret nothing. Second best was some girl who was waiting on her boyfriend who was supposedly at the motel next door. Boyfriend shows up, some youngish dude who looked like he's probably in a band and definitely on drugs. Rambles on for over an hour and shows me pictures of him with a famous musician. I was wearing their band t-shirt. Gives me a crusty old pair of Ray-Bans for some reason. Long story short, he proceeds to run around like a crazy person, order a ton of alcohol and food, keeps going to the bathroom and the parking lot. I know this is about to be a shit show, so I sigh and go outside to smoke. The guy from the hotel next door storms over and asks if they, the couple, are in there, and if they have paid me. I instantly know that means they're not going to. He says they left a ton of laptops and other crap in the lobby, and are trying to get a room but their card doesn't work. Girl confides in me that he is scaring her. She's an escort and just met him online, and he's been smoking crack in our bathroom. She said she was too scared to demand that he pay me because he was supposed to get her a room for the night and help her pawn some laptops. And she is homeless, so she needs his help. She was actually really sweet, but I ended up calling the cops. I still have those sunglasses. Hey everybody, Hellfreezer here, and thank you very much for listening to Spinning Plates number 93. And thank you very much to everybody who allowed me to use their stories in this video. Right, this weekend, streaming will happen at some point. As always lately anyway, I haven't decided if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday, but it will be one of those days. I got a new TV earlier in the week, so I'll be spending a lot of Saturday just kind of randomly poking buttons on the remote, trying to make the TV do things. It's 4K, so I'll be playing about with Netflix and various things. Basically, I'm a boy, I've got a new toy, and I'm going to play with it. That sounded dirtier than I meant. Oh well. Okay, and with that, I'm going to head off for now. So until next time, thank you very much for listening, and take very good care of yourselves.